introducing into society, this could be a very bad thing as well.
Yeah. Thanks for that comment. In fact, this is the guy the gentleman was talking about. His name is Amal Grafstra. He has a website dedicated for that stuff, and he wrote a book which is called RFID Toys. If you want to get some knowledge on the technology, and my presentation was just a starting point. If you want to dig into this stuff, I recommend reading the RFID Toys book, which you can easily spot here, and the Spy Chips books. Those are two good starting points aside from my presentation. Anything else as for comments or questions?
Do you have any comments? I mean, we're talking about RFID in general, but what about all the stuff they're putting in all of the in all of our products? You know, Walmart's mandating it. It's basically, it doesn't matter whether it's in us or not, because everything the blue jeans will be wearing will be tagged, and if they can track that through the credit card purchase at the point of sale, you know, do you have any thoughts on basically what's happening is everything around us, everything is going to have an RFID in it. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, in the sense, I mean, I deliberately excluded the discussion of RFID tags in things from my talk, but the main problem I see is, as you point out, data correlation. Once assets are tagged and data is correlated in some sense, it might be, or it would be easy to track people even without implants. There are some, I think it's, I don't remember who, but lots of corporations, there are some corporations which started taking their uniforms to have an inventory of uniforms, and when they get washed, where are they, and things. And once you can correlate this data with the people wearing the uniforms, you can track the people by tracking the uniforms and not the humans. And it should be easy to track. Once you can correlate data, this jeans was bought with that credit card, or this jeans is worn by somebody who has this ID on his driver's license. It will be easy to track people not based on their implants, but on other sources of data. Thank you for that comment.
Are you aware of any court cases or legal cases where RFID has been presented as evidence in like a crime or something like that?
Yeah, not.
Where it might be considered authoritative?
Not yet. I doubt with that simple generation of transponders, which are called tags, this will be possible, as has been shown by Major Malfunction and others. There's a researcher, Jonathan Westhues. As long as you can clone them, this destroys the whole chain of evidence, which might be based in some RFID context. There are newer generations which work with authentication and cryptographic stuff, which might mitigate the risks of cloning or spoofing or whatever. But I never, to get back to your question, I never heard of any case where there was some RFID-based evidence or something. Yes. Okay.
Now, getting back to this one thing about tracking people without their knowledge, you know, like even the cell phones, you know, that they, in Los Angeles, for an example, they will track the rate of traffic unbeknownst to people who happen to have cell phones. But basically, they have a tracking service on the internet that will basically track through data that they get from a cell phone provider how fast the traffic's moving along a certain stretch of freeway. And so, and that data is all available. I mean, granted, the cell phone companies aren't going to be selling that data to, you know, just anybody, but they'll sell it to, you know, the NSA, you know. And so any thoughts on where this technology is going in terms of now we all have BlackBerries and we'll all have, you know, Bluetooth headsets and all of that kind of stuff. Any final conclusions on where we're all going with this?
I mean, I didn't know that case from, you said LA, was that?
Yeah, Los Angeles. They are able to just track, you know, traffic. You can go to a website like right now and see how fast the traffic's moving in Los Angeles based on passive responders of people's cell phones who don't even know they're part of this study. And actually, it may have just been a study. It may not be online now, but they showed the feasibility of basically using passive tracking of cell phones, you know, just from where they're at on the transponders.
Yeah, let's put it like this. When being asked for some final conclusion, I think there are more and more technologies which enable some kind of surveillance party to track behavior. If you move topology-wise, or if you what do you do at some places and stuff, we should just be aware of that. The problem is there is sometimes you can hear a stance from people like, "Oh, I'm an innocent guy. I don't have to fear anything. Where should be my problem with being tracked?" This is a very naive approach, as the same people asked about those technologies usually want to apply it on others, on the weak, kids or delinquents or Alzheimer patients. Do it with the others, but don't do it with me. And even if you did with me, where should be my problem? I am an innocent and honest citizen. This is rather naive. I think everybody of us has situations in his life when he doesn't want to be tracked, wherever we are then or what we do. And there's a constant move to data sources where this is, which enable the transparent society, and we should just be aware of that. And if I contributed with my talk to that awareness, I'm happy. So have a nice day.